They taste like hell.
They do.
Bat rays are excellent fighters. They pull very hard. So this is me with a bat ray on the hook. It took me 20 minutes to reel up that fish. It was 100 pounds.
You're helping in your usual way.
And the wingspan was huge. So they sort of like a bird, but they don't flap as hard as a bird. Like, say, a hawk, they like guide through the water. I mean, through the air. And these guide through the water. Sort of like hawks.
They get pretty big too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how big?
The one right there was 100 pounds.
They get big. That's what we were worried about. That's a bat ray. That's what we were worried about off the piers, because this is season for bat rays in the bay. And that's why we were concerned about them, because if they get on a rod that you have on a pier, because the rods are not in rod holders. You see on the boat there, on that metal bar, those little tubes, that's for the rods. They're not going to go anywhere if they're in there. But on a pier, they're just sitting there, and if you get a big bat ray like that, bite on your tail, pull, and everything goes in the water unless you're paying attention. That's what we were concerned with a little bit, but unfortunately we didn't get any.
Alright, use a sturgeon rig. You can buy them at a bait shop or make your own. Bartlett's hooks make release easier. Use a 2 to 16 ounce sinker. I'll tell you why you should do that. Because sturgeon or junkfish, they feel something fighting back, like it's just a weight sitting there, then there's a problem and you swim away. Bat rays aren't as bad with that, but sturgeon are. So if they pull up, the sinker slides down. So they just swim away with it. And you have a fish. So use a staff swivel and 3 feet of water here and 6 hot squid and anchovies and herring make great bait. If you don't get a bite in 10 minutes or so, check and change your bait. These fish hunt by smell. Fresh bait releases oil and scent. This is a squid right here. And you can see the hook right there. Get out and try. By boat if you have access to one, or from piers, rock walls, or shore. Be careful of the ocean and sea conditions. Never turn your back to the ocean, and one of these will hit you and you can drown. Ouch. Alright, have fun. Enjoy your time fishing. Only take what you'll eat. Release the rest to catch another day. Release fish as soon as possible. Treat them with respect. Never waste a catch. So this is me with a huge lingcod that was caught on the boat. Alright, so this is me and my friend John. He's why I bought the boat. This is me in the bay with a pretty big halibut and caps on. And this is my friend John's boat. There's me with my traps. This is me on the Lily Cat. It's a charter boat in Half Moon Bay. And this is me with an albacore. And this is me with a 21-legged starfish. Any questions?
21-legged starfish?
Multi-legged starfish, yeah.
Wow.
We call them slobs.
21-point sea star, yeah. They get inside the crab traps. They're called slobs because they're really soft. You know, I mean, you see it's just kind of hanging over.
They get really
Oh, they get very big, yeah.
They're gigantic. They get that.
I saw them in Mexico.
So, Robbie, I noticed in most of the pictures you're wearing your life jacket. What safety precautions do you use when you're out? Because I noticed in that little boat there on the top left, you're by yourself. And someone's taking a picture somewhere, I suppose. But is there any safety precautions? Because you know, somebody might think that's a little risky. But I know you know how to swim and all the good things. But
I have a life jacket on,
Yeah.
and I have a radio with me.
yes.
So
you can listen to
what's
music.
bad about So
What kind of radio, Robbie? They may not know.
You listen to music on your radio? What's that?
Oh no. A VHF.
Like a walkie-talkie type of radio that you could communicate?
Yes, sort of.
Oh, great.
With the boat.
Good.
And
And how do you know that people can hear you on that?
you charge it. And I don't know.
What do you do before you get on the boat?
A radio check.
Radio check. Very good.
And what about if you break down? What do you have?
Anchor.
And
And paddles.
oars, right?
Oars.
Good.
Have you ever broken down before?
Yes.
How'd that
It was good.
How far out were you?
Just
Oh, sorry.
Where?
in the harbor.
In Half Bay.
Yeah. I never go out in the past the jaws.
Because that boat's too small.
Yeah.
Because his mom.
Because it's mama.
I would go out if I could.
Yeah, that's
When
pretty
you broke
good.
down, Robbie, what did you do? What was your first?
And the first thing I did was call the boat, then anchor, and then wait.
And someone came to get you?
But I tried to start the engine so I could go back on my own.
Okay.
And yeah.
So that basically tells the story, because obviously before the mom and dad let Robbie go out on the boat, they put a safety plan in place. Just like if you were going to go out fishing on the pier or the rocks or whatever, you'd want to let people know where you are, what's going on. If you want to make an offshore trip, I'm sure there's a plan you can put together so let somebody know about where you are, because if you don't come back, somebody has to search for you, and they have to have a starting point because it's a big place. So he put a safety plan in place, and he followed it. And then mom and dad talked to him about, if something happens, this is what I want you to do, A, B, C, D, and he followed that, and everything worked out well. Because here he is, still here.
And what's bad about this engine, it doesn't have a, what's the cord called when it...
Kill switch?
A kill switch.
Kill switch safety cord,
Yeah.
which is also a good thing to have on a small boat, with especially if you're by yourself.
Because if I fall off, that boat's
Keeps going.
If I fall off and keep my hand on, and keep my hand on the motor, it'll turn around and run me over.
So what would you do if you fell off the boat?
I would just swim away from the boat.
And the radio is actually clipped to him too, so that
Yes,
it's
so
waterproof. So that
I would swim away from the boat and call.
Yeah. Actually, there was something in the bay last year, I believe, some commercial boat or sport boat or something that, I don't know why he didn't hit something before, but apparently he fell out of the boat up off of San Quentin somewhere, I think, and the boat on its own traveled and ended up crashing into a pier down off of south of Ballpark somewhere. Mission Rock somewhere around. It crashed into the pier down there. Nobody driving, it just did it on its own. And you can connect an autopilot, which drives the boat on its own, to a GPS, which tells the person where they are, and you could link that whole thing together. And he could have done that. That could have been what happened. And that's why the boat travels where it traveled without hitting anything. But that's a way dangerous situation, because the boat's going along pretty good. And I don't know why the guy fell out of the boat.
It was a good sized boat too. It was 35, 40 footer. Yeah.
Boat, yeah. So if it would have hit something, you know, who knows what a person or a small boat or whatever. There's just no fooling around out in the ocean. You got to be really, really careful and very respectful of it, because it's a serious business out there. But it is a lot of fun. Robbie, I'd like to thank you very much for making your presentation. I don't really have too much else to talk about. If somebody has any questions for Robbie or Abe, one thing I do want to mention, Abe's a little shy to talk about it, I guess, but Abe has written several books, striper fishing and sturgeon fishing in our bay, and they're probably available. Some of them are still available. The sturgeon book, maybe.
Yeah, it is available, I believe, still at High's Tackle Box.
High's Tackle in South San Francisco still has the book. There might be something online you can get it. I'm not sure about that.
Currently, we're working